Good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. There we go. Yeah, that's a nice one. Yes, sir, son. Devil horse time. Okay, folks. Did you see that strike? Boy, that was so cool. He came flashing out. That's what it's all about. Let me just explain. Today, we're going to give some tips and techniques on the best way to fish the devil's horse. That's just a great lure. And by the way, this devil horse is something that I really find a lot of faith in. It's only about a 3-pounder, but there's some big fish to bite. Okay, let's talk about the big fish on the devil's horse. Now, first of all, that was an exciting strike, and that's what you're going to get. You're going to get some visual action that's just out of sight. Okay, tips on fishing the devil's horse. Well, I've modified this quite a bit. This is just a regular, I don't know what, it's a shad-colored devil's horse, but what I did is I took the center hook out and I just put 2 big Gamakatsu number 2 hooks on there. And I have a Bimini Test double line here, and there's a reason for that I'll talk about. 20-pound test monofilament, there's a reason for that I'll talk about. I'm not using braid, I'm using monofilament. I'm using a 7-foot rod, a favorite reel. Okay, here's my whole deal. I'm going to fish targets. This is an ambush point lure. This is a slow moving bait. Now there's a lot of different lures that you can work fast and cover a lot of water. That's not a devil's horse. A devil's horse is to be used on an ambush point, super slow retrieve, okay? Let me just show you kind of what I'm talking about. I'm going to throw it to the edge of the grass. I'm going to sit there. All the ripples die away. All the ripples die away. Completely ripple free. A little bitty twitch. Okay. Another little bitty twitch. Okay. Another little bitty twitch. Well, he didn't bite that time. What you want to look for, another thing that you want to look for along an edge like this is a hydrilla edge. And the hydrilla is excellent, excellent, excellent cover for bass, particularly in Florida. The lily pads will be good, the reeds will be good, pepper grass will be good, but hydrilla is particularly good. Now there's a little bitty point sticking out right there. A little bit of scattered hydrilla is kind of sticking off there. I'm going to throw it right there. Now I'll probably get hung in the hydrilla. That's all right, because watch what happens. When I get hung, I can pull it. I'm hung in the hydrilla. I can kind of snap it loose. Okay, I think I snapped it loose. Yep, I did. I snapped it loose. It broke through the grass now. Okay. Well, he didn't bite. Now, here's the reason why I have that double line. I want to just see that front. Look at that front spinner. See how when I twitch it, the spinner just turns 2 or 3 times. Okay, it turns 2 or 3 times. Turns 2 or 3 times. Turns 2 or 3 times. Okay. Now, if you didn't have that, and let me just explain braid versus monofilament. If you had braid on here, the braid would hang down and get around that front propeller. Braid will not work on a devil's horse, not with the 2 hook, not with the 2 spinnered propeller. Absolutely not. And I use the 20-pound line. You don't have to have this double line here, but see what happens with the double line. Look how it sticks out. It sticks out straight, and so it doesn't ever, ever, ever get hung around the front propeller because it's a double line sticking straight out. That's so, so, so important. What's the best looking spot here? Well, the best looking spot here, of course, would be a point. Look at that point there. So I'm just going to ease forward just a little ways, get everything adjusted. Okay, I got a good drag, and I'm going to make a cast right to that point. Boom. Okay, now watch it. All the ripples die away. They die away. Oh, that's strong, son. That's a strong looking spot. Now you notice here's the other tip that I'm going to have to tell you about devil horse fishing or any kind of topwater fishing. There's really 4 things that go into topwater fishing that you really want to have. Okay? The first thing, you want to have fairly clear water. Well, this is fairly clear water. And I want you to look at this water here. I just want to go under the water with the lure. You can see it. You can see it down. You can see it down pretty far down. What? You can see it down. I can see it down 4 feet, 5 feet. So that's pretty clear. That's the first step. Okay. The second thing you want with good topwater fishing is you want warm water. And I'm going to say above 70 degrees. Now you can catch fish at 60 degrees, yeah, but the fish are so much more active at 70 degrees. So that's if, okay, so you got fairly clear water. You got, in this case, about 80-degree water. It's summertime. The third thing that you have here that's so important is you have fairly calm water. You notice there's not a lot of wind blowing on this spot. I'm going to make another cast. Not a good cast. It's too far away from the shoreline. I just want to tell you, I might catch one there, but I think I'm too far away. So, because see, this drops off pretty shallow. I mean, it's not shallow there. It's pretty deep. So that's really not the best spot. I threw too far out. So I just want to, case in point, ambush points, you really need to get within a foot or so of them. So that's not a good cast, but a better cast would be right up on the edge itself. Like, now that's too far, but you can sometimes pull it through the grass. Okay, I pulled it through the grass and it's out. It came through because I have heavy enough line, heavy enough rod where I pulled it right out and it's not caught in the grass. Oh, there he is. I got him, son. He's got it. See how he got? He's perfect. He's not a real big fish, but he's characteristic, 100% what you want to do. He just sucked it down. It's not a big one, but I'm telling you what, folks, I've caught some of the biggest fish in South Florida on this devil's horse. Oh, I've caught some monsters. I've caught double-digit fish and everything else. So I'm just giving you the ABCs right now of the things to look for. Okay, now a longer cast. Let's talk about short casts and close casts. Okay, you could make a short cast like this, maybe more accurate. Okay, and that's probably pretty cool being short, but I think it's too short. I think you're too close to the boat. I think with the depth finders going and all the different things in the boat's making some noise, I think it's entirely too close to the boat. So even though that was a good cast, it was a good accurate cast, I think a much better cast would be, say, what's that, 60, 70 feet. That's 70 feet. That's a 70-foot cast. Now, he doesn't know we're here. That fish is completely unaware of our location because I'm being real quiet. I'm not banging around the boat. I'm not doing anything. Now, the fourth thing about perfect conditions, and I want to tell you right now, low light. That's the fourth thing. We started off with clear water. We started off with warm water. We started off with calm water, and now we're talking about overcast. Early in the morning, late in the evening, or on a cloudy day. Absolutely the best time to topwater fish. So we have right now, we have all four of the most perfect conditions for topwater fishing. So it's all right here. So all we have to do is make the right cast and connect with the right fish. Throw it up there. I just moved one right there. Ooh, son. Going real slow and easy. Make a nice cast, okay. That's a decent cast. Oh, he's got it. See that? I just let it sit there, and it's a perfect cast. He came and got it. It's not a big fish, no. It's not just anything special, but it was the right kind of spot, and he was. Uh-oh. I'm trying to keep him from thinning me. You got to be careful of them. You get in trouble. These kind of fish. It's not a big fish, but any fish is a good fish when it hits the topwater like this. That's a good deal. Okay. Again, that was, if you make the right cast, a lot of these big fish hit right off the bat. A lot of these big fish hit, they just hit right when it's just sitting there. You let it sit there, and they'll just slurp it up sometime. I mean, you don't have to do anything sometimes. Anyway, Just a little bitty twitch, those little bitty twitches like that. It's just the perfect complement for topwater fishing. Now, this hydrilla is a particularly good thing. Lily pads would be just as good. Lily pads would be another great thing to do. There's a grass down in Lake Okeechobee that's awful good. It's called peppergrass. And peppergrass, it's just kind of like hydrilla, comes up to the top like this. The biggest fish I've ever caught were in peppergrass. So peppergrass can be a big deal. Again, the slow retrieve. One of the biggest fish I ever caught, let me tell you a little story. I was, about 20 years ago, there was one hit at her just then. He didn't take it. It was just sitting in the water, and it was a little one. Kind of swirled at it. But anyway, what I did, and what was so cool, was I threw and I got on the grass. In other words, right there, I'm kind of being on the grass, and the plug was caught on the grass. And so what I did, see, I'm caught in the grass right now. I just sat there and I twitched it like this. I just twitched it like that. Okay, I'm caught in the grass. It came free then. Oh, there. Oh. But anyway, I had one of the biggest fish that I ever caught. Oh, there's a fish underneath, big one. Big one. Ah, darn. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice one, nice one. Oh, look at what he got. You can see the swirl. The thing about that big fish was he came up and swirled at it, and we saw him swirl. That was so cool to see him swirl like that. I saw, and before we ever got the fish to bite, I saw the swirl. Big old nice giant fish. Look at this big one. Man, that's what we want. But seeing that fish move, seeing that big old bass move like that, hey, that's the key to it. I saw him move, and that's what happened. I just slowed it down. Big old huge fish like that. Big, nice one. Okay. Again, watch for that movement. Go it in close to the bank. Watch for any kind of movement. Boy, that was so cool. He came and swirled right at it. That was so cool. That was beautiful. Get off. They're hitting the heck out of this devil horse. Oh, there's a big one. There's a nice one. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Now we're talking. That's a good one. Now we're talking. Big old bass. Big old bass, son. Yes, sir. That's what we're talking about. Big old 4 and 5 pounders hitting a devil's horse. Woo, son. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Yes, sir, folks. This is devil horse fishing at its best. You're not going to find better devil horse fishing than around these hydrilla edges in the hot summertime. Big old nice bass, 3 and 4 and 5 pounds, hitting top water like this. Throw it up close to the grass. Oh, son, you just can't beat that. You just can't. And I got the fish. And see what I did? It was so cool. It was so cool. What I did, I just pulled it out. And if I hadn't done that just exactly right, if I hadn't pulled it out like I did, I'd have not got that fish. Big old 4 or 5 pounder. Beautiful, beautiful bass. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, you can see right now, hey, the way to catch big, beautiful bass like that, the slow moving devil's horse trick. All the tips and techniques. Remember the 4 big deals: the clear water, the calm water, the warm water, and the cloudy days. And you'll catch big fish like this too. Hey, listen, I really appreciate you guys and girls watching this. And these tips are something I bring along every week. And so I'm going to try to bring a tip like this almost every week and tell you a few things about how to catch more and bigger fish. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit that likes button, and thanks for your subscription and your support. Thank you.